You know, I am such a cheerful chap, as you well know at home. I very rarely complain about anything. I think the world is a wonderful place. So I bottle it up and I wait for Sunday night, as do the rest of my panel, so we can bring you this segment. As I said, you know, it pains me to complain, but I must do it for the viewing pleasure of my audience. We're all
for the good of the nation, for the good of society.
That's right.
There's no progress without the unreasonable man.
And I know you're not along at home to some of these. Darren, what's got your goat this week?
30 zones.
Oh yeah.
Too right.
Clover Moore wants to introduce citywide, CBD-wide 30 zones to try and hit, like net zero, a target of 0 fatalities from road accidents and incidents, which ain't gonna happen. Now, can I say, I hate 30 zones.
Yep.
Yes.
Roads are for cars.
Yes.
Yes.
Pedestrians go on footpaths.
That's right.
Yes.
Everybody
Cyclists
knows
go to
this.
hell.
Yeah, that's- Everybody knows this. Like, 50 zones are tolerable, 40 is annoying, 30 is ridiculous. You have to kind of talk to your car to go that slow.
I know.
It's kind of, you have to use the brake.
And it changes
it's natural.
all within 1 kilometre.
Yes.
50, 40, 30, 40.
And then they put a camera in the middle of it to make sure that they get you when it changes from 40 to 30.
I can't stand it. It's just too slow.
I always said the same thing about 40 zones because they got rolled out, or progressively have been rolled out across suburban places in Australia, and there are like entire councils in some parts of the country where like everything is 40. I mean, where I am in the inner west in Balmain, it's all 40 here in Sydney, and like it's just not a real speed. And I always said, you do 40 and they'll make it 30. And lo and behold...
right.
But that's right. And this is the thing, because by the time you get to 30, there's no point driving at all.
I know,
because you could literally ride a bike faster. Like you could run faster, which is, of course, what they want you to do. They want to take away your Ford Falcon.
That is the thing. That is exactly what they want you to do. It's anti-car. The point is to be anti-car. So I reckon we need to fight back. I'm not telling you to go and speed, but, as long as you don't get caught, maybe. I've never been caught, so I don't speed.
You haven't. I've lost my licence twice. I'm the person that gets them mixed up between the various things.
There's a reason why Joe knows what happened on the train.
If you want to know about Sydney's public transportation system, I can tell you, I'm doing an in-depth 3-month study of it.
Joe knows a thing or two
Daily
about
Telegraph investigation.
He knows a thing or two about 30-kilometre-an-hour zone, shall we say. Angela, what's annoying you?
What's annoying me was Albo turning up to Downing Street to that reception with Keir Starmer with a 4-pack. Who turns up with a 4-pack? At least turn up with a 6-pack. If not, like Hawke would have done, an entire slab. It's
Correct.
such a tight ass.
There it is there.
And
He's
it's not like
waving it
there
around.
he is with his pale ale, his own.
It's his Albo.
I know. It's his own beer.
And can you rock up with Hawke ale or lager? Like, not your own beer.
Oh, yeah.
Make it like a Label luminary. You can't rock up with your own face on it.
If you had a beer named after you would take it everywhere. I know I would. If I had a beer with my face on it, I would not leave the house without it.
It is a window into the man's personality, I suspect, that he has rocked up with his own beer.
Oh, look, and did he drink
cool?
Yeah, he would have. You're absolutely right,
He's
Jamie.
trying to be one of the blokes with his beers.
I know, but 4-pack even looked.
All those boutique brewery hipster things, it's all 4s now.
Yes,
this is what's wrong with society.
You know why?
This is why kids are unhappy.
I know, yeah, it is.
You know why?
Even zero alcohol beer is in 4.
Oh, it's disgusting. I know. I'll tell you why, though, Jamie, that they come in 4s, the craft beer stuff, is because the excise is so high. And, of course, if you craft beer is produced at a smaller scale, obviously, than what you'd buy from, you go and buy VB or some other thing like that. It's mass-produced, so it's a lot cheaper to produce. But a craft brewer, if they want to be able to sell their product and not have it cost $30 for a 6-pack, they go, well, we'll do the 4-pack, and that'll be $22 instead.
Well, then couldn't he
so
have
they need
two?
to lower the excise.
He
could have.
It's just shrink inflation.
Albo,
no one notices there are 2 beers missing.
But
this is a great bargain.
he could do something really good and say, I'll make it a 6-pack and I'll lower the excise so it doesn't cost so much damn money.
And the brewer gets more.
I know, 100%. I've said if I was Prime Minister for a day, I'd get rid of all the sin taxes and I would only levy them back as much as was needed to pay for the healthcare issues that are caused by the consumption of those particular things like tobacco or alcohol, because the government gets a lot more money in tax than they actually spend on the healthcare for those issues. I think it's a rort. There's many things for me to complain about tonight. What have you got for me, Jamie?
Well, we're staying on the Albo theme. And mine, I know, sorry, Joe.
That's
block
a
your
surprise.
ears for this one. Actually, block your eyes. This is the selfie that Albo took while he had his very brief encounter with Donald
What's
Trump.
wrong with that?
For me, first of all, I think Donald Trump looks like he's clenching his jaw.
Look at the chompers.
But don't you think
The
this
chompers are
looks
amazing.
like... Yeah, they are. They're very white. But don't you think this looks like a young kid who's trying to get a photo? He's backstage with his favourite band and he constantly wants to get a selfie to be able to go and show off to all of his friends and quickly put it on social media to prove that, yes, I had my conversation with
Everyone had
Donald
been bagging the hell out of him for not having a meeting with Trump.
Well, that's why
and
he
that's
had to
his
take the
gleeful
photo.
expression. And I applaud it.
Exactly.
I applaud it.
He does look like inordinately gleeful, though.
He does
doesn't
look
Angela?
gleeful, but Trump looked terrible. And you know they've got that October meeting now. I reckon he could cancel it on the strength of that selfie. Because Trump is so vain that if you see yourself looking that bad and that man's put that picture up and he hasn't edited it or done any kind of filtering on it, honestly, Trump will cancel
I
it.
refuse to be on this pro-Albo, anti-Trump, woke Sky News panel one moment longer.
I got to say,
How
though,
dare you.
the suggestion that they should have put it through a filter. Obviously, you know, Trump, I've noticed that as he gets older, they use more bronzer on him.
Yes,
So if you look at
he
if you
looks
look
like
at him,
that.
if you look at him at the beginning of his presidency in 2016, he's actually comparatively pale compared to what he is now. And it's a bit like they did it with Biden after he had the bad debate and they put the bronzer
that's
on
right.
him.
They juice him up.
They're doing it to try and make him look
course they
more
do.
youthful, but I don't think it works.
Well, Trump is obviously 10 years older than when he was first elected, and he's a pretty old guy anyway. Like, what is he? He must be pushing 80 now.
Yeah, he's 80 this year or next year.
Yeah, so of course he layers on the bronzer. He does that big sort of quiff thing with his hair, and yes, he whitens his teeth. Just like the other great men of history, like Shane Warne did before him. And yes, when you take a photo with a flash, that's what they look like.